Hey, happy Thursday. Thanks everybody for jumping on tonight. This is Thursday's Colorado Chronicles, and I am Sean Murphy. And on this video here, this live stream, we are going to walk through some of the newest news hitting the Colorado area. We have all about developments going on this week. We're going to talk about a couple new airlines that are expanding their routes. We're going to be talking about some new construction developments hitting the area. And lastly, we're going to be wrapping it up, talking about new buildings, new rules regarding development for affordable housing. So part of the 2022 Affordable Housing Act that it was put into place is now actually it was approved, but now it's being put into place this year, but it is being extended because so many developers were trying to push their plans through to get them approved before this act took place and created a bottleneck. So we'll get into a little bit of that tonight. But as you guys are jumping on, do me a favor, say what's up. I am down in Colorado Springs, so I'm using my mic. I got a different type of setup. So if you could, please let me know. Can you hear me? And if you can hear me, let me know where you are watching from this evening. Give me a shout out, say what's up, give me some love. And if you guys like these Colorado Chronicles, we do this every Thursday, except for the last week of Thursday, and we walk through new things going on in the area. So we chop it up. We do 2 live streams. This one on Thursdays, and then on Saturdays, I go live with Altitude Living, where I walk you through every new mountain home to be hitting the Foothills Market each week. So good times hanging out with Mr. Murphy. If you like me, if you don't like me, well, there's plenty of other good stuff to watch out there. But let's get on into it this week. Do me a favor, as you guys are doing, jumping on, say what's up in the comments, and then also give me a like so this video gets seen by more peeps out there in the ether. But we're going to jump into our first topic today. This is $260 million raised by a Centennial satellite company working with Space Force. Look at that TIE fighter, actually by Star Wars. Any Star Wars fans are going to give me crap for saying that doesn't look like a TIE fighter, but it definitely looks like something from Star Wars, and it is defense equipment. So this is a diagram from the company True Anomaly. This is their Jackal Anonymous orbital vehicle, which was designed to study space objects up close from space. But what they are now getting into with their 260 million and I think a $30 million grant from the government. They're on their Series C funding. So this company that builds satellite software, they're intending to now take this money to hire 100 more employees, taking them up closer to 250. And they're going to be utilizing these funds to create defense equipment in the sky, in space. Here we are. We are at that time in history. I was meeting with my team down here, Colorado Springs, earlier, and I said, what a great time to be alive. Because we were talking about way back then when like the Aztecs and the Mayans were just sacrificing people, and we're like, glad I'm alive right now. And what a great time to be alive. We get to see all kinds of crazy stuff going, like this company based in Centennial is now going to be creating satellites with software to help defend United States assets in the sky. So not that stuff's going on up in space yet, but they're planning for it, folks. They are planning for it. So to divert and deter anyone from messing with any United States assets, that is the plan. So this was, they were awarded a $30 million contract by Space Force on their Victus Haze campaign, which tests nation's ability to quickly launch satellites. True Anomaly and Firefly Aerospace plan to joint tactically response space missions very soon.
Sorry,
as
I don't understand.
turn that off, very soon as part of their program. So wild times. What do you guys think about all this Space Force stuff? I remember when they were first talking about it, I'm like, is this really needed? But I'm going to trust that these guys know what they're doing, what they're talking about, and this is going to be something that's going to be more necessary in the future. Next up, we'll bring it down to earth with this next topic here. We're going to talk about as we get out of snowboarding season. So a lot of the resorts are having their final days in the upcoming weeks if they haven't closed already. So now we're getting into the next season, which is going to be rafting season here in Colorado. And what they're saying is, despite snowfall concerns, Colorado rafting experts expect plenty of water to ride. And that is more of the north side of Colorado. So the north side of Colorado got pretty regular, I guess, like normal snow up in the north part of Colorado. But the south part, which covers like Clear Creek right by Idaho Springs and south, they are way below. So it's kind of a two stories going on in Colorado rafting for this summer, where the north part of the state is going to have more favorable conditions. So, yeah, so it says 83% snowpack statewide. The South Basin, which includes Clear Creek west of Denver, Idaho Springs, and the Pooter River in Fort Collins. Both are popular rafting destinations. A little bit up north, like the Pooter, they're looking at like 96% of what they typically get. So overall down, but areas north I got way less. So Dave Costo, the executive director of Colorado River Outfitters Association, said, I think we'll do just fine water-wise. So we'll see. The season isn't very long for rafting. So if you haven't done it yet, there are plenty of great places like the ones I just mentioned. I like rafting out in Buena Vista. That's a beautiful place to do it. There's plenty of longer tour rides there. And they got a little bit of everything for all levels. So if you want something like super chill to bring the kiddos along, they got rafts for that. They got gear for that. And if you want something a little bit more, harder, there's spots for that. I haven't yet gone on one of these trips for rafting. I've gone 3 times water rafting. It's always been like fine. It's never been hard. Never felt like I was going to get thrown out, but maybe that's because I was at the helm steering and just doing a great job. We got Purely Colorado. What up, Nick Ankrum? Saying, heck yeah. Hi, Sean. What is up? Happy Thursday. Nick Ankrum with an awesome channel, Purely Colorado. Covers a lot of Colorado Springs stuff, so go check him out. Thanks for jumping on, bud. Good to see you. What next do we have here? We're going to talk about let's talk about the Denver's affordable housing mandate, because it has been extended, because when this bill passed in 2022, there were a lot of plans that came through by developers that were trying to avoid the rule, saying, and the new rule is saying that new development plans for like multifamily properties over a certain size have to have 8 to 15% of their units deemed as or eligible for affordable housing. So some developers were trying to avoid that by rushing in their plans. And of the plans that were submitted, the county only has about 56% of them passed. So they're going to extend that deadline to give developers more time to be fair. And this is also one of the reasons why Denver just put $1.3 million into a AI software to help with permitting and passing plans, getting them through. Because the new thing is developments with 10 or more units, 8 to 15%, depending on their location. And this affordable units of these buildings have to be in place for 99 years. So they're working hard to get this stuff done in the city, but I think it's a good thing to give the developers that did get their plans in time, give them a chance to get their plans approved. So that is what's going on as far as the Denver's affordable housing mandate. I also saw that they're just passed 340 units down in Castle Rock area for senior affordable housing. So seniors that have 30, 50, and 70% below the average income will be eligible for those homes. Now, we've been to space. We brought it down to earth with the water. We talked about things coming from the earth developing. Let's go a little bit higher. See how I transitioned that like a G? So the new flights that you can take in the air, if you're looking to, I got some international, well, they're all international actually, but Colorado's largest plane ever just had its first flight this past Wednesday. Lufthansa from Germany, they're now doing daily flights with this 509 passenger vehicle. It is increasing the capacity by 73%. Look at these big boys. Let's get a different picture here. Look at that. So this is the international gate for Denver, but they said on Wednesday this thing was packed. It doesn't look too packed to me, but that's what they're saying. They're saying there's a lot of people, probably workers for the airline. Those look like airline employees to me, that wanted to come just to see this gigantomundo, I think is the technical qualitative measurement of size for this. So she big flights, and I looked at the flights when I first covered this story. Looked at flights, it was like somewhere like $580 to get from Denver to Germany. Sounds like a sweet deal. And if you were also paying attention, last week I talked about Road Surfers, the German-based mini camper van company, just put its location in Denver for the first time, and I have to believe that this definitely incentivized them to take that move, knowing that direct flights from Denver to Munich will not be that unaffordable, and they'll be ready every day. You can get out there, and then United, if you want to, I'm a United boy. Get down on United, although I might get that Frontier thing where it's like $600 a year, and then you can book a flight like for the next day for like $15 to $50, something just ridiculous. The only downside is you have to fly Frontier. And we all, if you've been on a Frontier, you know. But I'm a United boy. I like United, and they have added 2 flights from Denver to Latin America. So United has flights now to Mexico City and Punta Cana. These are going to be going. Oh, Brooke is chiming in here. Brooke Arciniega, our in-house interior designer, is damn right. Go wild. I think that is the Frontier package. Go wild. So yeah, I think Brooke, you've gone wild. I'm taking it. You've gone wild. You enjoy your $50 flights. We got Christian White down in Austin. What up, Christian? Frontier flight boy. I'm sorry, not Frontier. Sorry to talk down to you like that. American Airlines represent. We don't have a ton of American Airlines flights that I typically take that I find locations to, but cool. So they're moving to these 2. So Monday they just announced that Mexico City will operate daily in the winter season from October to March, which sounds about right to me. I mean, February is when I typically am like, I gotta get out of here. I'm cold. Like December is not bad, January is not bad, but in February I'm just like, I need a break. I need to feel the heat. I need to feel the heat of somebody. Hey, I want to dance with somebody in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. Ooh, Dominican. Okay, anyways. Sorry. The Punta Cana flights, though, they will not be seasonal. Those will be be year-round. And this is the first time United has ever flown to Punta Cana for Denver. Look at you. Big things popping from United. Hell yeah. Next up, we're going to talk about these single-story. Is that where I'm going next? No, let's talk about Globeville next. So Globeville, if you know Globeville, it is a area that's just north of the city, and it is. Here, I'll pull it up on a map here for you. Just north of the city, and it was used to be a neighbor. It's right by the Purina factory, just north of there. So you do sometimes get some funky smells over in Globeville, but it's been an area that's been kind of overlooked because it is kind of tucked in and broken up by all the interstates going through there. But I see a lot of development starting to happen in Globeville, and I'm here to report a little bit more to you today. I think that Globeville is going to start popping off. I think it's going to have a really industrial vibe over there, and it is, scootable, walkable from Rhino. So those people that like Rhino, but they don't want to be in Rhino. I'll back up here so you can see Globeville. So there you go. It is the north part of the city there. And you can see you have I-70, I-25, and 270 kind of wrapping all around it here. So it's definitely got an industrial feel. It's broken up. But if you look, this is Rhino. And Rhino has been developing like crazy over the past 5 years. Really since right before COVID, Rhino started popping off. And it feels like a younger hang, especially on the weekends. It can get pretty congested, but people be scooting around here all the time. So right by the ballpark, you can cross over. I'm sure they'll make pedestrian routes, and then the railroad is going through there. So it's all kind of chopped up over here. But you can see a lot of development right here in this area. I announced a 10-story building that was going to be going in over right by the what's it called? The Imagine Center, where they did that Da Vinci exhibit. So there's a lot of new stuff going on, dog parks, things like that, restaurants popping off. But the next new hotness is going to be, not this one. This one is a $4.5 billion, not this property itself, but this urban transformation of this area right here. Look, you can see the highways going around there. You got the rail yard coming through, but they are developing, baby. If you like that urban feel of trains coming through and hearing the constant clunk, and you want that city vibe, well, this might be the spot for you. So they're definitely, you could see, leaning into the younger demographic. What is this? They're gonna have like a surf wave ride thing. Surf wave ride. What do you call that? Well, this is ridiculous. If they're building this there, maybe it was a $4.1 billion project. So 2,000 residential units, 1 million square feet of office, retail, hotel space, 14 acres of park and open space. If they do all that stuff, that looks like a freaking park in there. It looks like a theme park almost. This is crazy. Surfing in Denver. Where do you surf from? Denver, bro. That's like when Tampa Bay got a hockey team. I'm like, all right, Tampa Bay. That's odd. But there you go, $4.1 billion development coming in this way. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts on Globeville. I've gone over there for a couple of comedy shows, but other than that, there's nothing really for me over there. But maybe soon, coming up soon. $15 flight. Brooke, I'm just catching up on you guys' chatter on the side. $15 flight from Brooke. That's gangster right there. Another development happening right by Downing and Colfax. This is called Route 40, a throwback to what Colfax used to be known as, Route 40, cutting right through the city. Fun fact, Route 40 is the longest continuous Oh, I probably need to click into that. The longest continuous running street in America. So this project right here is going to be 207-story, 210 units, right off of Colfax, where you're right, but you're right in between Uptown. You're right by Cap Hill. So I know you have like water courses right there. Thump Coffee is um, just a couple blocks away. The Vixen, this 344 unit mixed unit building here. This is just nearing completion. So you can see that here to the right. This is where this new one's going to be. So cool. Lots of new development going on in that area right by Downing. They're doing a lot of construction on Colfax as well. I think they're trying to make it a little bit safer for pedestrian crossing. So a lot of things popping up in Denver. This next one I want to talk about. I think this is our last one too. Going to be talking about these. Here we are. Get to the top of these. So these are going up in Austin. They are single stair units. Now, this is supposed to help tackle affordable housing, and the reason is because it makes it easier on builders that they could only have one exit going out. My understanding is that typically outside, because the first thing I think of is like, what about fire hazard issues? People trying to all get down the stairs at one time, and I guess it's more safe now because they're outside, and so you're not like locked into anything as you try to escape. You get fresh air. So I guess that's the move. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on this at all. It's a big debate because they're tall, skinny. I'll show you. It reminds me a little bit if you go to like Thailand or Vietnam. Sometimes you see these like super skinny buildings, and so this is some of the way that they can take some of these smaller properties in the area and still turn them into housing. So there would be the stairs in the back there. So you have a small front like this, and you can put a bunch of different units back in there. So a lot of other countries are doing this. It just hasn't been legal in the United States. But now that Austin's doing it, and we're kind of the Austin of Colorado up here in Denver, maybe more like Boulder would be, or Fort Collins. However, this is new stuff that we might be seeing in our skyline soon. So that's what I had for you guys today. Thanks for jumping on. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for saying what is up. If you guys, that's the thing, Christian. They're not going to have elevators, so they're like 5 stories tall, and so you're going to be getting those stems strong by hitting those stairs all the time. So how does furniture fit? Well, more of that European design, I would guess, Brooke, where like super smart storage, Sean Murphy beds, cabinets that fold up, stuff like that, which I don't mind. I'm a kind of a sucker for smart storage and design like that. So, all right, well, thanks for jumping on, guys. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you. If I don't see you on Saturday, I will see you back here Thursday night, 6:30 at Colorado Chronicles. Gosh, that was a terrible way to send off. Whatever. I love you. Goodbye. Don't judge me.